Maple presents Country Folk City Slickers. Speaking of them City Slickers, Ben Chimpoli taking down the stairs right now. I'm not sure what looks bigger, his tattoo or that arm, man.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Man, he is a big guy coming out of Sandown, New Hampshire. He owns a construction company, working with his hands.
Working with his hands.
47 years old. His power move is the top roll.
Yep.
And he has lifted an inch dumbbell before. Those who know, that is a very impressive feat.
Yeah, it is. From New Hampshire, in and around my territory. I'm very familiar with the area. Looking forward to seeing what this guy's got, man.
Another crowd favorite. Another crowd favorite.
I'm very interested to see, too, from what I've seen with him. He likes that open top roll style, kind of trying to take your hand away from you. But he is pulling a guy who has a very, very good hand. It's going to be another one of those, can he take the hand, or is he not going to be able to?
One of those matches, I hear you.
Can he do it? Will he or won't he? Well, a best of 5 super match of $500 going down right now. That's our City Slicker here, Ben Chimpoli. Let's take a look now for our country folk, the man representing them.
Len Houghton, guys. He's going to be coming down the stairs here.
There we go.
The Bull, ladies and gentlemen.
The Bull. He's done this so many times. You can see him taking his time coming down the stairs. He is holding in a monster right now, guys. I feel bad for the referees on this one because coming out of Lethbridge, Alberta, truck driver 59, he's seen it all. He likes that low hand top roll. His interesting fact is if you fly with Len, you will never have to worry about landing.
I love it, man. Truck driver, fellow truck driver, man. I love it. I've seen Len Paul. He's one heck of an arm wrestler,
He's
man.
dropping fist bumps right now, but we'll see what kind of bombs he drops here when he gets to the table because these referees are in for a time with him.
Yes, they are. Best seat in the house they'll have up there. Now, Lynn coming on in here with a little bit, the biggest height advantage we've seen so far today. 6-inch difference in the height right there. You really can't tell it when you saw Ben walking down those stairs, though.
No. Man.
Again, elbow to fingertip, very similar, even though the height difference is there.
Yeah, man, 18-inch forearm, nothing to joke around about, hey?
I know.
18 inches, foot and a half. Foot and a half. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Coming up to it. Little sportsmanship first. There's the bell. We'll be starting this one in just a second.
Where'd those sleeves go, Len? Where'd those sleeves go?
No need. No need.
It was such a nice shirt.
He flexed and they fell off.
That's what happened.
Maybe they saw what kind of job they'd have if they stayed on and bolted. Got out the emergency exit over here by us.
Man, we'll see how the referee handles this here because Len is not going to take no for an answer. Ben has the height so far, but as we saw in the interesting facts and such, Len likes that low hand top roll, so he may just be getting what he wants. Len does some very unorthodox training, and he trains his hand in ways that I don't see very many people do it.
Talk to me a little bit more about that. What are the unique ways in which he trains?
He uses a device that he has. It's called the bull pull, and it's just weights. And it's not like when you're using a belt or anything. It just attacks the tendons and fibers in your hands that you can only get stronger either that way or like them guys who work hard with their hands all the time will have that as well. But it's just a very interesting way of developing your hand strength.
Well, he's a truck driver like myself, so hey, we have a lot of time to think. So he's created a device to really help with arm wrestling.
Cerebral player here. We'll see how that plays out on the table. Ben Chimpoli, like you said, man owns a construction company. Working with his hands, that's what he does Monday through Friday. It's a frequent question I've gotten when I've asked these guys how they train. Well, I have a Monday through Friday job. I got a 40-hour work week. That's how I train my hands, and that's how I exercise. Powder everywhere. $500 on the table and 2 absolute juggernauts right here about to go down.
One interesting thing about this match, I think, is Len can get very excited, and I think he's going to want to stay composed in this referee's grip. He definitely knows what he's doing, but any small, minor inconveniences, he just got to keep his head in. It's same as how we were talking about Hunter earlier.
Now, you think the person that gets their hand closed first has an advantage?
Oh, but Ben looks to have went early there.
Okay.
One foul on Ben for going early. He just might not be liking what he feels. And when you're uncomfortable with that hand, sometimes you're trying to guess that go to the nearest millisecond. That way you can get any advantage you possibly can.
That difference in time may not seem like a lot in arm wrestling. It is practically a lifetime. Training with Grandit Arms right here. Ben Chimpoli has, of course, shout out to the man, Badger Davis, that Ben has enjoyed training with past few months and mostly this year. I believe Ben's enjoyed, what, I think 11 tournaments? I have it written down. We're looking at a whole bunch of tournaments, whole bunch of tournament experience. here on the day. Also
Getting
showed
the
up that
kink out of
Northeastern
Len's
Regional as well.
Len's wrist. And Len goes, but his wrist
Straight to the
a little bit,
side.
but he gets that over the top, and we're going to the straps. This will be interesting in the straps because when Ben went back, he seemed to get a very good bicep lock, but once Len rolled with his pronation, Ben's hand was compromised a little bit. You'll see that here in this replay.
Taking a look at that. Man, the face of concentration right now. I don't even want to know how many pounds of pressure are going on between these men's two
Too
wrists.
many.
Too many. Too many.
We're going to the strap now, guys. They're tying him up right now.
Sweat pouring. Love it. The bull is ready, dude.
Yes, because we're in the referee's grip as well. It is hands stay flat. You're not moving. You're not fighting for any strap advantages. The referees are applying it, and you do what the referees say. Len, though, very smart. Been doing this for a long time.
Absolutely.
It'll be very interesting to see the little advantages. You might be able to see a micro advantage or two. Sometimes you can't see them. Sometimes you can feel them. Sometimes you see them. But strap application.
There you go.
Ooh,
Now that belt
strap
is going to be
apple-
on Len, right?
Oh, yeah, the buckle's on Len, and it looked to pull his hand down quite a bit. But
Yeah.
from this angle, I'm not sure I can really tell.
I think Len likes to do that, though. And you can see he's not
does.
matching any pressure because it is a referee's grip. So what's Len saying here is, guys, come on, we're in a referee's grip. I don't have to match any pressure. Set
Yeah.
this up. Come on.
Yeah, so 3-3 right now. The result of this will break a tie between the City Slickers and Country Folks, of course. City Slickers, they came out like a fury.
So
like a fury.
the pressure is on then, both
Yes,
these
it is.
guys.
Well, I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
Vladimir has, what, 90% of their
He's won
points?
both of them. Yes, exactly. Well, yeah, two of their 3 points
Yeah.
for the City Slickers. We'll see if Ben Chimpoli is going to be able to come from the East Coast,
The
get this one
webbing-
taken down.
You can see
The webbing of the hands seem to be a little off from my opinion.
I
Sorry.
agree, Kevin, and what I think that's from is both of these guys are top rolling, and what's happening is we're seeing a hand separation for people fighting for what they want. Referee is calling coincidentals right now,
Okay.
I believe. So again, Ben will still have one foul, Len will have none, but he's
Yep.
basically saying, guys,
No change.
you gotta give me some room here,
Yeah.
because
You got to
I,
let me do my job.
I can't fight
yeah,
you guys.
Like,
But yeah, no,
like
Kev,
I'll babysit you the whole way if you need me to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. But to go on what Kevin said, these guys are both going back. And when you have the strap tied to your wrist, half an inch, half a millimeter, even backwards, can make a world of difference with these guys who like this top roll.
Absolutely. You can see here, guys, both guys getting set. Ben's hands seem to be a little compromised there. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Maybe a false start.
Is he
I
calling
think-
for a second
I
one?
think they called a second foul. In a two-foul system, that would be winner for Len. And
Just a
it
point.
looks-
Just a point, not the match, correct?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. When I say winner, guys,
Yep.
I'm just talking about the round.
The individual round.
Yes.
Yep.
They did call that, though. The strap is off. They
There's
called.
got to be some disappointment there for Ben, right?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating when a match goes like that. You hate to see it, but at the same time, that's the name of the game, guys. You
Yep.
agree to pull these rules and play by the rules, or else you're going to be fouled out. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, well,
Double
both
foul.
these guys, I think, are very methodical in their thinking and their setup, and that's as a result to it what happened right there.
Well,
Double foul, yep.
yeah, just a lot of knowledge behind the table. And when you see knowledge take over, sometimes you see these setup battles that happen. And there's a million things going on. It's not always to the people watching something that they are crazy into, but to a very seasoned arm wrestler, they know what's going on. I think Ben's not taking that loss to heart. I think maybe he wants a good reset here. But this can be beneficial for all parties, guys, because the referee now has set the tone and said, listen, I am not afraid to
Yes.
foul you out. I will do that, so follow my rules.
Yeah, super match or not, I mean, it's got to go. It's got to follow the rules.
He's setting a precedent here as well. All of the wrestlers are going to be watching this and knowing. Here we go, off to it.
Len gets out top.
Yep.
Strap
So
was called there.
yeah. So
going
now
with
we're
the
going to go to the
straps
strap.
on
No
that
foul, no harm, no foul, as they say. Might take a look at this one again and see how exactly and who exactly had advantage coming into the slip in the neutral territory.
Yeah, we'll see that on the replay.
Take a look at that replay, folks. Yep.
And
Yeah.
very interesting. Len gets over top of the hand, but then to me, it looks like Len almost initiates a slip or Ben makes an adjustment.
Did you
on
see
top
the
here.
size of Ben's thumb?
Yeah, man.
My goodness.
I'm curious to see the go in the strap, guys, because Len has been getting over the top, but at the same time, Ben is holding in a defensive lock position. And if he can pull the strap properly,
Yeah.
could be a bad day for Len.
Oh, hey, man, when you got a thumb pad that big it is hard to grab onto. It's hard to really do anything with.
Yeah, and the thing is we see these guys say my favorite move is a top roll, but any arm wrestler knows there's a million different types of top rolls.
Absolutely.
When you have a thumb pad like that, you can use that thumb pad to your advantage
Yes.
and close it in a rolling top roll. You can see he pushes side pressure instantly there.
Yeah.
Len, not much to match your pressure. He's done that a million times. He's not for it. Len's saying, listen, guys, I'm as old as I am. I ain't for this anymore. I just want to arm wrestle. I'll let the referee match your pressure for me.
And let them figure it out. 6 years at least of arm wrestling here. Ben Chimpoli and a whole lot for Len.
Len looked to have a really good grip on there right now. He looks comfortable.
Oh, that looks
Yeah,
great.
and again, you can see his thumb going towards his outside shoulder, which tells me that he's setting his pronation. Ben's face says it all, guys. But he gets the outside top roll, and he gets a pin. Very impressive there.
There you go.
What I saw there is just Len's wrist mostly being compromised on that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to be able to review this one, make sure there's no elbows popping up right here. Vladimir stepping on in. Here comes the replay as well. Okay, so our sideline judge here, Ben, saying that everything looks good, no harm, no foul. Take a look at it from another side just to make sure.
yeah.
Ooh, that actually, from this angle, that looks a little bit different. Our referees are going to have to kind of consult and figure out on this one if you need to go talk to them.
It looked like to me both guys committed a foul there for
Yeah,
sure.
at different times.
Okay.
Took
we're
another look at it here. Maybe from this angle.
Can't see the greatest angle.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Okay, we're just waiting for replays, guys.
Yeah, just running through replays
again, here
here.
we go. I think Len had an elbow foul prior to that.
They're playing the elbow one again. They're going to let the referees take a look. Again, referees' discretion. These guys are very good. They're going to determine.
Yeah.
This is so close.
There
This
it
so
is.
close.
Pad is in the way a little bit. It's tough to say because, again,
It never really leaves.
No,
it never really
and-
leaves. It just slides.
yeah, I mean,
As both guys went down, I think it was almost simultaneously, both guys' elbows kind of came off the pad.
Okay, so
Yeah.
taking it frame by frame here as slow as we can. That is definitely separation there for Ben.
So
now,
those-
but does his
but
does like
does
the base
Len's
of the elbow
elbow
come off
leave the
top?
front,
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Or
exactly.
is Len's elbow making contact? Again,
I
this
think
is
you're splitting hairs right there.
100%. This is why you got to leave this up to the referees.
Yes.
We know they've
True,
had this
true.
talk on bobble fouls and such. You can get so meticulous with these things, guys, that sometimes referees need to take a look at it. They make their executive decision and they
Looks
go,
like the decision's
okay,
coming in."
let's move on, right?
Yeah.
So we are moving on.
There's the bell. Here we go, folks. Both refs still discussing what may or may not have been. I'm going to redo it by the sounds of it.
Okay,
So we're
so
gonna be
the
looking at a
referees
redo
saw
here,
the
yeah.
plays, they talked, they said, all right, guys, let's get on the same slides. Let's rerun the second round. They're calling fair is fair here, and
Absolutely.
they're just doing what they can to make sure that the winner of this match is determined properly.
Yes.
Instead of having a matter where we're splitting hairs, let's say, okay, guys, let's run it back.
Yeah. These guys have been great, you know, and in every tournament I've ever really been to, there's always some bias, you know, depending on which guy has, you know, on his team or whatever, or is favored. These
Yeah.
guys are doing great today.
Yeah, no, it's great, and you know what? Being a referee is one of the toughest jobs in general.
Truly.
It's so tough to do, and respect to them for even getting up there and doing this for us, guys.
Absolutely.
And you know, guys, I hate to say it, but I was right about this. I did say the referees were going to have their hands full with this one,
Yep,
and
that's fair.
so far, that's
Hey.
what we've seen.
Absolutely, but with that said, they've
They're
done
calling
really,
it
really
correctly.
well.
They're calling
Yeah.
it fairly, even though, like, from an outside perspective or an untrained eye, guys, it kind of may seem like this is like a lot of referee interference. Kevin, what do you see?
I see Ben posting really back hard, really right now. I think he's going to try to go for a top roll.
Yep.
Oh.
Len gets the side, but
Oh,
There it is.
man. Okay, so there's the point Chimpoli. Ben right here gets it done and ties up this best of 5 series.
almost a ball doesn't lie scenario there, guys. Let's run it back. Let's try it again, and the true winner will be revealed, and that round is Ben's.
There you go.
Seems very confident going into the third round. Another thing that we have to consider, guys, is we'll look at the replay first here, guys. Len gets a
Oh,
very nice hit there,
so
but Ben
close.
holds his
Seemed
pronation.
close, yeah.
You can see that open top roll come into play. He kind of gives a few, but he keeps that pronation, slowly starts attacking Len's cup, rolls him over, and
You
then
can
once
see he really utilized that thumb pad and just pushed right into Len's hand.
and once Len's pronation was gone, that was it.
Pressure from all sides here from Ben Chimpoli, employing that one into a win.
Yeah, another thing to consider here, guys, is there is a lot of people at the front cheering on their team. You have a lot of background noise as a referee. You will always have the Tri-State guys saying, hey, my guy's in the right here, my guy's in the right. And you will have the country folks saying, no, 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 come on, my guy's right, my guy's right.
You know what, though? You want that. This is a family, and you know, to see the emotion that these guys support each other's guys, I love it.
And that's why arm wrestling's such a great sport, guys. These guys can sit here, complain at each other all night.
Yes.
All said and done, we're all going to hug it out. We're all going to have a beer together after, and it's just great.
It really is. Really is. We'll see how this one goes. A best of 5 series essentially boiled down to a best of 3 series now. Double foul Ben Chimpoli to begin with to give Houghton, that's Lynn, a point. And then Ben, after our first actual strapped match, went down. Looks like we're going to the straps again, right?
Yeah, definitely going to the straps again here, but what I find interesting is Len is getting the hit advantage every time, and there seems to be a stopping point there. On this replay, we'll see it, where Len drags his elbow backwards.
Yeah, I think he's really letting his hand become compromised every time he does it.
Yeah.
You think, well, he has a good hit to the side, though.
Taking a look at this one. Take a look at a couple elbows.
Yeah, so what we actually
that comes
have here
way
in the
off.
booth is our third referee with us is talking, and he wants the referees up front to just look again at that elbow call because he thinks that there is an elbow foul, intentional pulling of the elbow before the slip. Looks like the referees, though, are going into the straps with this. They may have talked it out already and said, listen, we see that slip beforehand. It's so close. Again, we're picking hairs here, guys. It's coincidental enough that
Splitting hairs, yes,
they're just gonna give him the strap. And you know what? I think
Maybe
that
maybe a little bit of wiggle
Len
room
might have
here
got
for
away
Len.
with some there, but you know what? That's the name of sports, guys.
Yeah,
that's
indeed.
just the way it is.
Incidental contact.
As
that's
of
what we
any
call it
other
in
sport.
racing.
And let him go to the strap. Let him fight it out.
Absolutely. Listen, folks, let's hear it for these guys. You know, they're really putting it out on the line right now.
They really are. They really are. Hey, folks, if you're having a blast, let's hear it. Let's put some hands together for your arm wrestlers here at the Stadium Sports Bar and Casino. What's up,
I
Kevin?
know it may be slow going, but that's all part of the game in arm
you go.
wrestling,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
And you know what? We've seen some fast ones. You've seen some slow ones. You guys are getting the whole show tonight. To those of you watching, to those of you here live, stay interactive. We really appreciate it. And let's just keep this show going. It's awesome.
Let's hear it. Who do we got, guys? Is it Len or is it Ben? Who's going to take it? There we go.
That's about as even as you get.
This webbing looks way more even than last time. Seems they're both closer. Curious to see if any game plan changes happen. Len's getting close first this time.
Can get blown up real easy in
Yeah.
this spot right here.
That's a good point, actually. You saw Lynn shaking the head a little bit. He wasn't
Yeah.
super content with how this was getting figured out. Now the Lucha Territory figured out. Ben Chimpoli is making mincemeat out here, man.
Yeah.
That's two
Just
quick ones.
Too much power, I think, in that strap. Len needs to stay away from that, I think, as much as he can.
Yeah, if I'm Len here and I'm getting on top of that hand like I was outside of straps, I maybe not. It's tough to say. Obviously, you don't know. You're not the one arm wrestling, but we'll look at this replay first. You can see the cup going back. Due to that, what I'm thinking is Len can probably contain his cup more outside of the straps.
Take
Now,
one more look at this one.
do you think if Len tried to, top roll, back pressure, would you have anything? My opinion, he might have the stronger hand.
Yeah, see, and it's interesting because Len likes that side pressure top roll. But
Yes.
what we're seeing is when he goes to the side, Ben is willing to give up that side to gain back. And Len is almost compromising his own wrist as he goes sideways. So I totally agree. It would be nice to see Len almost do that hammer curl backwards motion and say, Ben, let's see what your fingers got instead of me giving mine up.
I definitely think he's got enough back pressure. He's got a stronger hand in that spot. I just would like to see him maybe apply it.
Yeah, 100%. Although, great performance, both guys so far. Again, sportsmanship.
Yep.
All these guys are showing great sportsmanship. Love to see it.
Ben Chimpoli 1 point away from taking an advantage for the City Slickers here, Kevin. Now, you think we're going to see another slip here and go to the straps, or will it be figured out one way or another here?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think we're going to the straps again.
I think we are as well. Although Ben lifting his elbow like that, very interesting. If I'm Len there, I'm letting go. You can't let them get any nitpicky advantage, anything like that. We're about to go here, though.
There he
Same
goes.
result, but Len is staying on. Oh, the slip happened. See, Len almost wants to climb up there if possible and get on top of the handle and push down, like what we saw Hunter do with Sam.
Yes.
Grab onto that thumb.
It's a tough ladder to climb here. Let's
Oh,
watch
yeah.
this one again.
But Ben's pronation staying intact the whole time. His rise dumps a little bit, but he pulls through that bottom of his wrist just enough that we cause a slip, and we're going to straps.
Seemed like a mild advantage right there, but there will be no advantage coming into this one. 2-1 advantage, of course, points-wise, but this is a neutral situation. Lynn takes this one down. We'll go right back to a 2-2.
I think Len still needs to continue to hit and be offensive. If he went defensive, I think Ben could really get what he wants. He looks to be the stronger guy in the strap.
100%. I think Len's biggest worry should be Ben's pronation. He's taken the rise from what we've seen. He's taken everything else, but that pronation constantly holds up. And
Yes.
that's just a good bicep pronation connection from Ben. You
looks to
gain that
have-
over years and years of arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Yep.
He looks to have a really good grip right here. Ben looks a little uncomfortable. I want to see Len stay with his arm. Don't
Yes.
dump right down to the side.
Yes.
And I think he might be able to get this round.
I want to see Len work his cup.
Oh,
Yeah.
off to
There
it,
it
and
is.
it's a quick one. Ben Chimpoli and the City Slickers take down another one. Now,
Yeah.
they might be playing this one out to 5, but, man, the way that marathon went down, I guarantee you those guys' arms are blown, dude. Just so
Yeah.
filled with lactic acid.
I think Len's probably
everything
going
else.
to call it there. It was a great match, both guys. Ben coming out with the win, giving the City Slickers regain the lead.
Let's take a look at this last one here again. Once again, folks, Lynn Houghton, the Bull. He was able to stampede his way into a first point, but it was all Ben Chimpoli and all Ben Chimpoli all the way rest. That was 1, 2, 3 quick ones with straps or otherwise. Let's kick it on down to Kevin for a little
Listen
interview
to that
action.
crowd, folks. Hey, you just broke the tie
What do you-
between City Slickers and Country Folk.
Okay, yeah.
That was a really methodical match. I enjoyed it, to be honest with you. The crowd got a little dull there.
Match of the night.
Oh, maybe. What's going through your mind, man? How was Len up there?
I knew his hand was going to be an issue because just they keep their hand strength. He's strong as hell. So I knew if I could get him in the strap, I'd be pretty good.
Well, man, I mean, look at this thumb, you guys. That is difficult to deal with any arm wrestler. What do you do to train that?
Grip.
Grip stuff.
Yeah, grip stuff, yeah.
Okay, here, let's take a look at this replay here. I can see you're pronating with your thumb specifically. You train that way too?
Yeah. What was that? What was the question?
So when you train pronation,
Yeah.
strictly with the thumb.
Yeah, usually I try to pull right over into pronation, yeah.
How do you feel on the hook?
I try to stay out of it.
Okay. How's Montana treating you so far?
Montana's awesome. It's beautiful. I love it up here.
Where have you been so far?
We went to the Hot Springs, about an hour south of here. It was great, yeah.
Very nice. All right, brother. Well, hey, congratulations again.